Good evening guys, welcome back to another interesting video of Success Tracker. We all know nuclear power has become an omnipotent source in the recent years, but the word nuclear brings forth a fear in our minds. The only reason is its use in constructing weapons. The nuclear weapons are weapons of mass destruction, and more than that, its effects persist in nature for a long time. As a result, the use of such weapons are prevented by agreements and pacts. We all heard about nuclear weapons in two types, namely atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs. But many of us may not know what actually is behind this destruction. This definitely will be a reaction that ignites such an explosion. Let's look at it. There's a bit of science in it, but altogether the working is very interesting. As we know, nuclear arms are weapons of mass destruction that use nuclear energy to create an explosion. This energy in turn is contained in atomic nuclei and is released during nuclear reactions and radioactive decay. Some people think that atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs are virtually the same. To some extent, this is true because both types of bombs are categorized as nuclear weapons. If both types of bombs use the same nuclear energy, what could be the difference? The main thing is in how they explode. First thing at the atomic bomb. This weapon usually looks like an elongated rounded torpedo, nothing special in appearance. But the main danger lies inside. To get the so-called nuclear explosion, a certain reaction must occur. This is the chain reaction of fission of the heavy nuclei. There are several heavy elements that are capable of such reaction. Usually, uranium-235 is used in nuclear weapons, even though uranium-234 as well as 236 are radioactive. Only uranium-235 can obtain the maximum amount of energy during the explosion of an atomic bomb. In construction of nuclear weapons, uranium is enriched further. To say that the process is carried out with utmost care, that if something goes wrong with this, there is a huge fallback. The next question is how to launch such a weapon. The nuclear explosion occurs because a certain mass of fissile material is concentrated in one place. This can also be called critical mass. When it is attained, a nuclear decay reaction is formed with release of energy. But for a powerful explosion, one critical mass is not enough. To get a bomb truly destructive, you need 4 to 5 critical masses of matter. There are several ways to achieve this. The mainly used is implosive method. Suppose that a nuclear bomb to be in the shape of a small bomb and all the necessary components of reaction are inside it, but the critical mass hasn't been reached. In order to achieve this, we will create a guided explosion from the outside. If we put an explosive in the outside of the bomb and detonate it when properly exposed, the space inside the bomb will begin to shrink towards the center of the shock wave. The density of uranium or plutonium inside will increase, and hence we get a nuclear explosion. Now, going to the hydrogen bomb. Here, energy is released due to the thermonuclear fusion. A very fast explosive reaction takes place inside the charge with the help of elements such as deuterium and tritium. But the main effective substance is lithium hydride. By itself, it doesn't produce an explosion. Hence, the detonation of this substance is usually carried out by integrating a nuclear device with low power, which can be called as detonator. When it is activated, energy is released, which triggers an explosive thermonuclear reaction inside the bomb. Interestingly, for hydrogen bombs, there is no limit for power. If it is wished, we could create such a powerful bomb that could wipe out all elements of life from the face of Earth. Let's hope that no mind come across such an idea. In nuclear weapons, power is measured in TNT equivalent. TNT is a well-known explosive. If a nuclear explosion happens, we calculate a certain amount of TNT is needed to produce the same energy. This amount is the measure of power of explosion. Usually it is expressed in kilotons and megatons. To get a clear idea of measures, let's check the most infamous Little Boy and Fat Man which were dropped at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The Little Boy had a capacity of 13 to 18 kilotons of TNT and the Fat Man had a capacity of 21 kilotons. Now coming to the effects, the destruction caused by shock wave and light radiation can be seen through our eyes, but there's also something that cannot be seen with the eyes and even impossible to feel or hear. It's the very radiation. There are three major types of ionizing radiations produced as a result of detonation, that are alpha, beta and gamma. These radiations would contaminate all the area where a nuclear explosion occurred. Alpha radiation may not cause much harm because the outer clothing will protect the bare skin from being exposed to alpha, but beta radiations is little more serious and can cause significant damage at a distance of several tens of meters from the radiation source. The major consequences are found to be radiation burns and cataracts. Now comes the most deadly one, and that is gamma radiation. Keeping aside thick layers of certain substances such as lead and concrete, nothing in the world can protect you from gamma radiations. With its high permeation power, it permeates into the body, causing damage which are up to radiation, sickness, cancer and gene mutations. We all know that nuclear weapons has been used only twice in this world. Even the US deeply regrets their deed against Japan. This feeling of guilty is evident in the assistance provided by US to Japan after the explosion. So now the world is well conscious of the consequences of nuclear weapon. It's better to know and admire such a brilliant use of science, but it's humane to keep it apart from using. Let's hope that the world will not witness another society suffer a nuclear explosion. Click the like button below if you like the video. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for getting notification of our latest videos. Also share the video and add your valuable comments in the comment box. Thank you for supporting us.